Hey, so I know I don't look too great and I don't sound too great, and that's because I'm not feeling too great. I'm actually homesick from my classes, and and it's a Monday and it's raining, so it's kind of a crappy day. But being homesick at least means that I have time to make a little video about how my point class is going so far. Point is going awesome. Our first day, first I should tell you, the class is myself, I believe 6 other girls, and one guy who's a dance major that I know, who's actually now found himself point shoes. And um, this last day of class, he was on point for a short time at the bar, but is working up to being in the shoes the whole class because he's not ready for it yet. So it's a small class. We're in a beautiful, well-lit, light studio on the third floor of the one of the art buildings and the dance building on campus. And now on to class. I might be kind of rambling, I'm kind of out of it. Please forgive me. But our first day of class, we all just kind of sat on the floor near the wall of the studio, and all of the girls had their point shoes. One girl had just gotten new ones, and I don't know if she's never done point before, if she just hasn't done it in a long time. I'm not really sure. But our teacher went over how to place the elastics in the ribbons. I'm doing this because I'm thinking about folding down the heel. Sorry. Showed us how to sew the ribbons and elastics on, and we went over how to break in the shoes and how like different elastic placement helps different people and different feet, and tricks for keeping your shoes on, make sure they don't slip off on the heel and stuff like that. We really just kind of hung out, went over the syllabus like you always do on the first day of class, and it was interesting, but there was no dancing. I don't think. I don't remember. I don't think so. The second day, we did a basic bar stuff like you do in any ballet class. But we also did like some point specific stuff, rolling up onto point, kind of hopping up onto point. We did some échappés, which I have done on flat to second before, and I like them a lot. But we were doing ones to like a fourth, which was really strange. It's strange even when you're trying to kind of just hop to like a fourth releve, but then it's even stranger watching these people on point because with the spacing of your feet, you can't be properly on your box on either foot. So like your front foot is kind of back and your back foot's kind of rolled forward, and it's really strange, but they're really pretty when they're done on point. We also did little bourrées, which is basic. You're going to do that in any point class. And we did a little across the floor exercise where we were just kind of walking, kind of like a straight leg little march across the room on point. And we kind of looked like little dancing soldiers. It was strange. The third day, we did a lot of the same stuff, rolling up, plieing over the box of the point shoes, bar work. Oh, I'm all sorts of sniffly. Sorry. And the fourth day, which we've only had 4 classes so far, we were doing bar stuff, and we the students noticed that there was a guy kind of peeking in the door of the studio because we just leave the door open, and that's not too unusual. I mean, most of the dance studios are on the second floor, and we're on the third, which is mostly like visual art classes. So we get a lot of like drawing students walking by and kind of looking in as they go to class because, oh, there's a fly. Because it's something new to them. But this guy had a camera with a very large lens hanging around his neck and a trolley full of stuff. So we were kind of glancing at him, waiting for our teacher to stop talking and notice him. And finally, she saw him and was like, "Oh, hello." He said, "Do you mind if I take if I take photos of the class?" And she says, "No. Are you guys all okay with it?" And we're all like, "Yeah, I guess." And we're all kind of, primping ourselves. I mean, all of us have already danced in the day, so we're all kind of gross. At this point, we don't really have our makeup set. Suddenly, everyone starts taking off their warm-ups because they don't want pictures of them in sweatpants. They want pictures of them in leotards, and they want to look nice. The guy, Dane, in my class had taken off his pointe shoes maybe 5 minutes prior. So he looks at the teacher and goes, "Can I put my pointe shoes back on?" Because he wants to look cool in the photos. We're all kind of worried about this. So we're just going about bar work, and the guy is in there for maybe 5 to 10 minutes, just taking pictures of us, taking pictures of feet, taking pictures of Melissa, my teacher, acting goofy like she always does. And I'm assuming it was just for like new brochures or something that either the dance department or the art school are putting out, because they always have photos of classes and rehearsals and people hanging out and gallery nights and the stuff that goes on in the department or the school, because they need to show people this is what our students do. And sadly, he only stayed for that short period of time because that day we also started learning a modified version of the Bluebird variation from Sleeping Beauty. It's almost always the first variation you learn on pointe. It's really cute, and we were modifying it so at the end would be a lot of échappés because that's what we were working on. But it's a cute piece. I'm really sad that I don't have my pointe shoes yet. Hopefully today I'm going to call the store I ordered them through and see if they know where see if they know where the pointe shoes are in transit, because hopefully they're in transit and they'll be here soon because I've been waiting for too long. But yeah, Bluebird variation was a lot of fun, except the end was a lot of échappés. Like, you're starting facing one corner and do 1 and 2, and you'd switch the corners and passe to switch again, su and down, and repeat that over and over again. And then to end it, we were doing bourrées back in parallel in 2 directions, and then doing piqué turns, which is really neat because the girl who is maybe new to pointe, sorry you see that fly flying around. It's been like living in my apartment for a few days, or like a week. It's awful. But this girl tried piqué turns on pointe for the first time and actually didn't fall over and hurt herself like we were worried she was going to do. But it was a good class. At the very end, we were running out of time, so instead of doing a reverence, Melissa had us doing little bourrées sideways across the room so we could watch ourselves in the mirror. And had some really beautiful port-de-bras that she put with it. We were coming from boss up to first, up to fifth, and then open and in and up and down. And by that point, it would be across, and then we'd start going the other way. And then, of course, we would reverse the arms. I know you can't actually see my arms, but it was really pretty, and it actually made me feel like I was in a pointe class because we look really good. And that sounds totally vain, and I'm not even on pointe, so it sounds kind of dumb for me to be saying it, but the class is... I've wanted to do this for so long that this class is just incredible for me. It's so overwhelming because it's so many dreams come true. But that is how my class is going. Alright, see you next time.